this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Now a throw here to his running back. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Philip Dorsett holds it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Flushed out right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Hawkins, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson sliding out of the pocket. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Watson now to throw. This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll come out in the pistol. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing is Jackson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
First down. It's Hawkins. And he's taken down inside the 30. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield, and if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. To throw is Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hawkins. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They're going to run this with a tight end. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 14-yard line.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. You think about this strong safety position, and they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So that'll back him up 5. 4th down, off goes Watson. On comes Texan kicker Ka'imi Fairbairn for the field goal. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Number 28, Mike, he's coming, check in.
Now Jackson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This one fielded at the 5, and he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 20. Tackles. Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Dobbins running out of the gun. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on third. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
They go play action now. Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. He's still on his feet. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Working with a 2nd and 4. Here's Watson. This is complete to Hawkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On first down, Watson. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's got this down to the 35.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, He expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
A gain of 3, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They go play action with Jackson. Forced out to his left. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson will find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 36.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. A dump off now to Hill. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So now factoring in the face mask, here's first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Jackson will throw again. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now it's Jackson. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Ravens are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Texans 10.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. He's going to rifle one deep left side. They've got his man complete. And all the way down to the 29. A huge play there for Houston. On 1st down, it's Watson. Looking for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again is Watson. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Well, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. From the gun, here's Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Hawkins. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
2nd down at 4. Watson out to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Watson. Flush to his right. He finds his man, complete. It's Hawkins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A huge play there for Houston. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Watson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Watson. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown Texans. Brandon Cooks there to make the grab. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. Now Watson. Buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass, hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Two scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
59, 59. Hey, report. Report. Mike, check. 59. Shit.
To throw is Jackson. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Watson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Watson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. And this one is incomplete.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs, and that girds them for a championship run in the future?